G'day team, Jeremy Britton, 24-hour wealth coach, down on the beach after my sunrise meditation this morning, and got a few questions sent in by Joseph, so thanks Joseph for sending in your questions, about the water fast, saying should I start off with 2 days before I attempt a 7-day fast, how much water should I drink, how much salt should I take in, because you need to keep your salt levels up while you're water fasting. Also, can I do exercise? What should I be wary of, and why the hell would I want to do a water fast? Mate, I can't really tell you why you would want to do your water fast. I would just tell you what's worked for me. And as far as the other questions, I'll answer those if I remember them in turn. I guess the best analogy that I can give you, if you have a look at your computer, if you have a look at your iPhone, if you're wanting to start a process, you open up an application and sometimes you notice that the application's running very slowly. And then you can actually double click on your home button, or you can hit Control Alt Delete and see, oh, there's a whole bunch of other processes running in the background. And if there's a virus scan running, and if there's something downloading, and if your email's coming in, and if there's something else happening, then the process that you've just started is going to run very slowly, very inefficiently, and occasionally it's going to crash. So what you want to do is you want to shut off all the things that are running in the background. This is exactly why I do fasting, this is exactly why I do meditation, because it gets rid of all the crap that's running around the back of your head, and also gets rid of the crap that's running through your body. If you've been eating a lot of meat takes a lot longer to break down than vegetables. I don't want to get into the discussion about, it's bad to eat animals and yada yada yada. But the thing is, if you eat a big ham sandwich, turkey, chicken, that sort of stuff, it does take a few days to break down in your system, as opposed to eating a couple of apples or just drinking water. That slows down the body processes. Eating meat, obviously fasting allows the body processes to speed up. When you're not burning any energy by actually breaking down food, then your body can put a whole bunch of energy back into healing the body and getting rid of any stuff that's left in there with blocking the colon or anything like that. So I would recommend that you start off with 5 to 7 days. And the reason I would suggest that is simply because of the emotional stuff that comes up. There just seems to be something magical about the 3rd or 4th day, and a lot of girls will identify with this, not so many guys, but when you're sad, when you're upset, when you're angry, a lot of people eat. And you're actually burying those emotions rather than letting the upset come out, oh my God, that bastard dumped me. You're actually taking in a cupcake or some ice cream or something like that. And a lot of people, when they feel insecure, will they blame your parents for that one? Because every time when a kid falls over, they cries, they get upset, someone sticks a lolly in their mouth or gives them something to suck on, and that shuts them up. So what happened for me is, after the first day I didn't feel hungry, just taking in plenty of water, eating sea salt because it's got 83 minerals in it rather than just the normal table salt, and keeping the salt up, keeping the water up, probably 4 to 5 litres a day. Keep the water up, counteracts the acid build-up in your body. On the first day I didn't feel hungry. Second day I had clock hunger, so I was looking at the clock and going, oh, it's breakfast time or it's dinner time, but I wasn't really hungry in my body, I was just hungry in my head. On the 3rd or 4th day, a lot of emotion came up for me because I was no longer repressing that emotion by burying it with food. A lot of upset came up. I was actually very sad. I was crying for a lot of that day. I'd see things on TV or whatever, or someone would say something to me, I'd take it very personally. I got very upset. I'd advise you to have the 3rd or 4th day, have someone with you who loves you very, very much. I couldn't actually figure out why I was upset. I couldn't figure out why I was crying. It's just the emotion was coming out, but it wasn't actually connected to any event or any particular person. And that for me was very freeing, just allowing the tears, allowing the sadness to come out, but not actually blaming anybody, letting that stuff come out. So that's why I'd say, get past that 3rd or 4th day, so do a 5 to 7 day water fast for your first time. Again, keeping up the water, 5 litres a day. You can have more if you want to, and keeping up the Himalayan salt. You really can't overdose on that, just have it when you feel it, put a couple of grains in your mouth. As far as your other questions, what to be wary of, probably the emotion thing. I wouldn't do any exercise while on a water fast. I'm happy to do exercise while on a juice fast. If you're juicing fruits and veggies, then you've got plenty of sugars and things to burn. But obviously while you're on a water fast, your body is just burning your own fuels. And that leads me to the question, why? Why would you do it? As well as clearing out the stuff that's running in the back of the head, as well as clearing out the processes that are running in the back of the body, when the body is starved of fuel, the body's smart. Okay, if you're running a fire at home and you run out of timber, you're not going to start chopping up your really good furniture. You're going to start chopping up the waste products. You're going to start chopping up the fence before you start chopping up the good furniture. When the body is starved of nutrients, the body will actually look around and go, okay, I can either start burning the good muscle or I can start burning waste fat. I can start burning the good muscle or I can start burning scar tissue. I can start burning the oils and fats on the inside of the skin, the waste products, the artificial colourings and flavourings that have been stored in the subcutaneous fat. Now the body's going to start burning those things and getting rid of, again, scar tissue, precancerous cells, unnatural growths, excess body fat. That's what the body is going to burn first before it starts burning the good stuff. So that's why I'd fast. Get rid of all the stuff that's there, get rid of the emotional stuff, get rid of any crap that you're carrying around in your system, fats, unwanted bodily processes, damaged tissues, damaged cells. You will look younger, you will feel more energetic, getting rid of that stuff. It's like resetting, rebooting the phone, rebooting the computer, starting over again from scratch. I recommend fasting every year. There's some people who do it a couple of times a year, and there's obviously a lot of precedent for it in other religions. If you look around some of the old Jewish writings and some of the Egyptian and some of the Buddhist stuff, where people do it more often, and they do a different regime. As I said, Joe, I'm just telling you what worked for me. Thank you for your question, and good luck with your fasting. Contact me if you want to find out anything else, and I'll see you one of these days down on the beach or at 24hourwealthcoach.com.